What up, guys? So I'm working this morning to get this radio installed inside my truck. So this is the Carsoll. I think that's how it is. I'll have the link down in the description. Android radio. It's a 13-inch Tesla style radio, and we're going to be installing it here in my 2010 F-150 Platinum. I'm not doing the install. I actually have a gentleman that just pulled up back there that's going to be doing the install. This thing came with all of the harnesses and stuff. It's got CarPlay, all of that thing like that. Now this is a 3-hour. Well, I'll let him tell you about it. So your name is?
David Gold. My company's called Rolling Tones. I've
Rolling
been doing
Tones.
this way too long. Been in Charlotte 5 years. I love Charlotte. I'm a Bostonian, moved down here from New Hampshire. So the weather's great. And this is a 13-inch tablet in a Ford F-150 2013. We'll take photos before and after.
Yep. Yep. So
this guy's in the witness protection program. So they gave him this little, real crappy Ford display. Keeps track of him, tracks him everywhere he goes. So
yeah, we want to get rid of that.
Out of the witness protection program this week.
We want to get away. We want to get rid of that. Disconnect that. So I know this is a very detailed install.
It is,
and I think people need to know, like, how, before they just run out and buy something like this, what does this take to install?
In the box, there's going to be a whole bunch of harnesses, and because they're from China, customer support is iffy at best. A lot of the manuals are written in Chinglish.
Chinglish. I had to use that, Chinglish.
A lot of you've got to be really careful because they're not thoroughly engineered, whereas I know the Stinger one is really great. It's a U.S. company. Customer support is great. It's a division of AAMP, and it's outstanding because everything plugs in. It is complicated to do. So this one probably will be a little more challenging, but I'm assuming that they've worked everything out. And that's when if I have to, I can send an email or a phone call. Hopefully they have an office in California where I can call them, but it should be pretty straightforward.
So how long does the install typically take on something like this in this particular model of F-150?
I would budget the whole day, but I would say 4 hours, possibly 3. If you have any shop that says, oh yeah, we can slam that in an hour, I would just politely turn around and walk away. I don't like to say anything bad about the competition. There's a lot of great shops out there, but this can get really involved if you have one little glitch, one connector that you can't find a place to plug into, or one little something like that. That can add an hour, 45 minutes, not to mention your stress level goes way up.
Right.
So I would
imagine.
I'd recommend a professional like me do it. You pay whatever it is, $325 or more, depending on the time. But you can keep an eye on the kids. You can work from home. You can work at your job while I do what I do professionally. If you are a do-it-yourself and you really want to do it yourself, at least have me come over and help you. And it would take about half the time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talented do-it-yourselfers. I'm not dissing them at all, but I do this every single day of my life.
Yeah. So you're going to have to take out, like, pretty much the whole dash assembly.
Well, the center of the dashboard, the center, the trim around the radio, the old witness protection radio, all that's coming out. And hopefully there's a way to integrate this with sync, or most likely sync will be disabled because this has its own setup, its own way of doing things.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And it's not too hard to take the dashboard apart on this truck, 2013. For example, Stinger actually doesn't even recommend doing this on the 19 or 20 Ford F-150.
Wow.
They just don't have a kit available for it. But it will happen.
Nice.
I did an 03 F-150. I've done a 2000 Jeep Cherokee with these large radios, so pretty much any vehicle can be done.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so progress. He's gotten a lot of stuff done. As you can see, he has to take off the pretty much the whole radio. He had to take out all the old crap and to put in the new crap.
This is the wiring harness that came with the Chinese radio. It all plugs together theoretically. And the hands-free mic is mounted up here with no wire visible. Yep. So it's, you could say, custom installed.
Nice.
I don't believe in having the GPS antenna inside the dashboard, so it's going to go up on the dashboard, centered. You won't see any wiring or anything like that. And the hands-free mic Okay, that was going to go up there, but the cable they sent us is really short, so
Put it right there.
that's the hands-free mic. Yeah, it should be fairly routine. The acid test is when I plug it all in, and hopefully no smoke comes out of it.
There you go.
Yeah,
Squeeze.
I think it's going to be fine.
Yeah. So that's this is kind of what you got to do to get to it. You got to take all of that crap off the center console.
Yeah,
all
it's
of that
a little
stuff.
tricky. These panels are, especially the one on the right, is really doesn't want to come off. To do it the way the Ford service manual says, you've got to take the center console and back it back about 3 inches. But
Yeah.
you can do it this way. It's fine. It works.
Sweet.
This is how everybody does it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
This truck was just on the verge of needing not just an installation, more like an intervention. A lot of aftermarket, Walmart stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad you met me, because now you're going to have a nice professional look from now on. You're going to get some nice WeatherTech floor mats.
Yep, we're going to get these floor mats out of here.
Anytime you want to add anything, just
I'm going to call you.
Open the Bible and start praying, and then call me.
Absolutely.
And I'll do it right.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're doing a phenomenal job. So yeah,
Thanks.
Everything is broken out. He's going to get it in here. So I'm glad I got it. This is the whole purpose, trying to bring this thing from 2010 into 2021.
Exactly.
And give myself some new functionality in here. So I'm going to let him get back to work, and then I'll be back with an update a little bit later. So, all right, we got this in. It's set up. Mr. David Gold with Rolling Tones did a phenomenal job. This thing looks stock. And as you see, I got CarPlay loaded up here on the screen, all of that good stuff like that, which was one of the major reasons why I wanted this, was just for CarPlay.
Yeah, and you've got your hazard warning switch. I was able to integrate that in here. You've got the stability control on off, and then the GPS antenna
right up there.
Looks factory installed. It does not block the speaker, by the way. There's no wires showing. Same with the Bluetooth antenna, like the Bluetooth
microphone right there.
I like it.
It looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
It looks stock.
And I spent about an hour on WhatsApp with some Chinese guy in California troubleshooting the steering wheel controls. So they're very responsive for customer service.
Yeah.
I would love to do these. These are available for many vehicles, not just 2010 F-150.
So that was the only thing that we lost out of this whole install, was my steering wheel volume controls.
Yeah, and the guy on WhatsApp, the Chinese guy in California, said that right now in China it's 12 hours ahead, so he doesn't want to wake up the engineer at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And he is going to follow up, and he has been able to get the steering wheel controls to work. So I consider it a minor issue. All of the wiring is correct. We spent about an hour heavily. I sent him 9 photographs, so it's basically right now it's on hold, but so it's 95% installed.
Yeah, and then we did lose sync. This is a sync 1 system, so I did lose sync. I no longer have sync in this thing, which doesn't matter to me because I hated sync anyway.
That's like saying I gave up the ice cube trays for an automatic ice maker. I mean, why would you want to have ice cube trays? 1965 called. They want their refrigerator back.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah. So this
does a lot more than sync ever did, especially 2010 sync.
Yeah. AC and all of that stuff works. Everything is good.
Yeah. You just touch down here. And you've got a giant AC control.
There it goes.
Up here. You can change any setting you want.
Yeah, got my heated seats and all of that crap.
You've got heated and ventilated seats to come up on the screen. This is glass, but it's got a really thin plastic screen protector factory installed. So I'm impressed. And the color is great. The color match.
Yeah. That's what I really liked about it. So everything works great so far. I just lost sync and the steering wheel controls, which
that's temporary.
Yeah, that's temporary. Maybe the software engineer will come up with a fix that'll help that thing. But he was able to retain my factory buttons and stuff off of the radio up there. So this is it.
Don't forget, you get your Rolling Tones bottled water.
I love that. So if you're in the North Carolina, Charlotte, do you just service North Carolina? Do you
actually? I cover the U.S. depending on the job, if it's a really high-end job, but primarily the Carolinas, Georgia, Virginia, West Virginia. Yeah, and I love what I do. I just very passionate. I do a lot of other things, not just this. I'm a K40 Premier dealer. That's my signature product.
There you go.
I also do Escort radar. heated seats, remote start, backup cameras, trailer hitches. I do actual trailer hitches, trailer hitch wiring.
Yeah.
If it's safe for the car, I'll do it. I spend a lot of time talking people out of stuff, and I tend towards the more high quality product lines. I don't want to install. It takes me 2 hours to install a piece of crap as it does a really high quality product.
I love that. Yeah, I told him I wish I can give him 6 stars, but I'm going to leave him the most amazing review I can and let everybody know that they need to do. So if you're in those regions that he mentioned, contact him. Put the little thing that's got his number on there. Contact David Gold at Rolling Tones, and he'll take care of you.
I have a fully equipped shop in Concord, but 99% of what I do is mobile, and people love the transparency. They can come out and take photos. They can see their car taken apart or not. Some people don't like to see that, but they love the transparency. While I was here, I got a call from a guy who wants me to do a radar system in a Tesla. Wow. So I do all kinds of vehicles. Awesome. Lamborghini, Ferrari. My website is rollingtones.info. However, all of the current stuff is on Instagram. My Instagram handle is rollingtones1.
Okay.
And you'll see everything that I do. This will show up someday on Instagram.
Love it.
Yeah,
well,
thanks.
I appreciate it so much, all of the hard work he put in, about 4, 5, 6, 7 hours.
It would have been less if it wasn't for the steering wheel.
Yeah.
We'll get it done.
He was determined that he was going to get it done. That's what I love about it. He was persistent in getting everything working, and just finally had to give up the ghost on the steering wheel controls. But he was very persistent. Even hooked up my mirror stuff up here.
Cleaned up the wiring.
Cleaned up my wiring, all of my crazy stuff that I did. So yeah, I give him 6 stars. It looks amazing. So that's all I got for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy this video. You know how we do. Hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna come back later once I've had time to fool around with the controls and all of that stuff like that, and do a in-depth video that just really talks about all the features and crap like that. But this is just the install video. Just wanted to hit you guys with that. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out. I'll let you boy.